So we have seen how to create a pod using manifest. Okay, next we'll see how to create deployment using manifest. Okay, so we'll again go inside the manifest directory. We are here in a manifest directory. We created the pod. These are all files for the pod. Now let's create the files for deployment. Manifests for deployment. HTTPD deploy. Okay, so here I'm defining the deployment. If you see here, we can define the replicas as well. So we have defined that we'll be creating 2 replicas. Okay. Next, we are creating a cluster IP service. For service, it is almost similar, only the difference is the deployment part. So we have the deployment, we have cluster IP. Next, create the node port. Then the load balancer. So let's apply all kubectl apply -f. Okay, we'll start with httpd deploy. Okay, we have created the deployment. Now httpd deploy cluster IP service we are creating. Then the node port, and then load balancer. Kubectl get all will show all the details. Okay, so we created the deployment. We said that we need 2 replicas. Okay, so it has created 2 pods, and replica set is also maintained. Okay, and here we have the services. Okay, so the first is cluster IP, then the load balancer, and the node port. So again, we can quickly access it. Okay, kubectl exec -it. It's attached to any pod. --bin bash do curl. We can access the cluster IP. This is the cluster IP. Again, we'll have to install apt get update and an apt get -y install curl. Okay, so we are able to access the cluster IP from the pod, or you can say the pod network. Let's now kubectl get all, and now we need to access the node port. Node port means the worker node. So kubectl get nodes -o wide. Just to curl any node port we can select, and then this is the node port and this is the I port which is open. Three 1 8 9 0 So something went wrong. Let's check that. Deploy HTTP deploy node port. Let's check the other one as well. You can also check for this load balancer. Check the node port cluster IP. Okay, so maybe something went wrong. kubectl get all. Let's go in. Let's first check the load balancer if it is accessible. So the load balancer is accessible. The node port were not accessible. Let's check why. Maybe I was on the shell, that's why I didn't go inside the container. exec call. We'll have to check. Let's see. The cluster IP will work here. Okay. All the cluster IPs we can access from inside the pod network. So when it was not working, I was not on inside the pod. Okay, that's why it were not working. Now let's go to kubectl get pods get nodes -o wide. Okay, we'll go inside the container again and we can do curl now. So the node port is this one, 31890. Okay, on both the nodes it will show. Okay, so we have tested the node port as well. kubectl get all. So the load balancer also it shows properly. Curl. Okay. Now let's try to access it on the browser as well. Okay. The load balancer will be accessible from everywhere. So it says it works.